get that skin. Now guys, we're gonna show you a few tricks today on how to manage that type of problem. Oh, one thing you need, people, athlete's foot spray. Stay tuned, we're gonna break it down for you. Let's go. Show this right here. Now, she's going to put a little Vaseline on the thermometer. I'll tell you one time, people, you see this little thing, I'm like, oh, the dog will be fine. Dog out there sweating in 100-degree weather, and I just put it in the butt, and they go, my man. I see one comment like, yo, my man, you trying to hurt your boy. I said, he'll be fine. But at anywho, always use some type of coconut oil, Vaseline, or some lubricant when you're about to take the dog's temperature. Normally, you take the temp and the loose. And I'm just gonna give you a perspective, so go ahead and let's get a temperature read on it. Pluto, I'm sorry, my friend.
Hi. Hey.
One of us to hold him. You got it.
I'm weak. That'll work. Relax. Chill out. Chill out. You're okay. Oh my God. Come here. Gotcha. Gotcha.
You might like it.
That work fucking Frisco was doing.
They gave us a temperature already?
Yep, 99.9.
So 99.9, people. Now, we've told you a few things at times, and here's why that temperature read is important. If you have a dog, and I don't want to touch him, but look at this right here. You see, he has this holdy skin. Cat and Jamal have done a great job of getting him back to health. Now, this isn't our dog, it ain't their dog. They just saving another dog's life. But you see that right there? This was bad. It was bad, bad. So, first thing, if the dog has inflammation, because that's clearly a sign of inflammation, your skin is your first line of defense, period. That's the part where you know something's wrong with this dog's immunity. Turn around, more than likely, this dog had staph, which he probably got out from just being in the grass and eaten up by whatever bugs are out there. Temperature's gonna tell us if he has something internally working. And so, just like in the book, look, I know some of y'all don't be trusting what I'm saying, but you see this right here, it says, fever has many benefits to the immune system. However, a significant fever can be harmful to the body. An excessively high temperature, greater than 104, may cause proteins to denature in the body and can lead to a number of problems. Now, for those that don't know what that means, proteins are antibodies are proteins. You want to know there's like 7 functions of protein in the body. Antibodies alone made up of proteins. You want to know how you get fight sickness? Ironically, you increase white blood cells. Did you know that red meat helps create a lot of white blood cells? Neither here nor there. We're not gonna go down that rabbit hole. I'm talking to Ruben. We call him Rubenstein, and he says, Trevor, if a dog has skin problems and you want to save some money, you need to get something with ketocortisol in it, I believe, or ketocortisol. This brand doesn't have it specifically, but he said, guess what has it? Athlete's foot spray. So even if you look up ketocortisol, athlete's foot spray will come up on Google. The upside, the irony still is, it says remove itching and burning, and it says, I believe somewhere on here, I have to look for it. Get this, proven clinically effective in the treatment of most athlete's foot and ringworm. So if your dog has ringworm, as long as it's not open, cut, or pussing, you can spray this on and it'll help dry the ringworm out. So let's say his skin, as you see, it's been agitated, it's frustrated, his coat's not where it needs to be, he needs some omega-3s as well to help solve some of the inflammation problems. You spray a little of this on, once it starts healing itself, first check, oh, he doesn't have a temperature, so we don't need to get any medication internally. Then you go, let's just tighten the skin up, and you literally, this is a cream, this ain't even a spray. I'd get the spray. And we were at the store yesterday, I still didn't find the one that I needed. It was at Kroger. Walmart or CVS is probably gonna have your ketocortisols, or I could just order it offline. He's getting better, so I'm not gonna push it, but I wanted you to do 2 things. Everybody hits Chris and Ruben up, or myself, we ask them first, what was the temperature of the dog? If the dog has a temperature of 102.5 even, it's considered a temperature, which means the temperature's rising. 103 means the dog's fighting something. Great thing when the dog's kind of running a fever, because what? Sickness cannot live in a hot area or a hot zone. So the fever is actually a great thing. 104, now we're talking a little bit dangerous. 105, we have a problem. You need to get him to the vet because something else is going on. So, get you some athlete's foot spray if you're going to keep your dog out in areas where they potentially could be dealing with any type of staph infection. If your dog has ringworm or any type of staph or skin infection, sometimes as long as there's not putts or open space, you can literally turn around and do what? Spray them a little bit, and that'll help keep clear it up. And then realistically, good food. We didn't get it on camera, but when Chris Moore was with us, we said, Chris, you know, what are the keys to not having to buy a bunch of medications? He said, nutrition. And I said, well, looks like we're on the right path, because he said, you guys need any medicines? I said, Chris, I mean, all my dogs is pretty healthy, man. So I'm not gonna create a problem if there's not one, because I hate going to the vet. And then vets be hitting me. They be hitting me over the head with prices. And I seen the prices go up this last time on everything. And even Dr. Mornett, she cut me a deal, because one of the chicks overcharged me on something. They're like, oh, you got a $400 credit. This wasn't $100, it was like a $400 credit, because that's how much she overcharged me for a C-section. And I had to pay for 2 C-sections within 48 hours. And the original one was $1,500, and then the next one, she hit me with 22. I said, 22? I ain't run no progesterone test, what you doing? She hit me, boy. She was like, I'm sorry, I fixed it for you. Yeah, but you didn't get my money back. We just talking about a credit, because you know I have to be back. Neither here nor there, people. Guys, take care of your dog, take care of the skin. They've been doing a good job of keeping this young man alive and just well. They've got a place they're gonna put him, somebody's gonna take good care of him. Look at his poor paws too. That isn't a tick, AKA ticking is something that takes place on dogs. That's because he was outside getting ate up.